Hey everybody, welcome to the HeroClix Cafe. I'm Howard Brock. We're going to talk some HeroClix and then we're going to do our auction on Auxxit, open up our boosters. We got Disney Next again. Still waiting for the next set. We're still a few weeks away from Deadpool. Guess, let's see, about a month away, I guess. Maybe a little bit less. The pre-release, I think, is middle of the month. But anyway, for right now, we're doing Disney Next. Um, I know that you guys are probably like me. You're anxious for the next set and ready to open up some new stuff. But for right now, this is what we got. We still haven't found a Kevin. We're going to keep going till we find a Kevin. We'll go forever, probably. Anyway, welcome to the live stream tonight. Welcome to HeroClix Cafe. Welcome to our brick break. So, what has been going on with me? What's been going on with HeroClix? I've been spending a lot of time just getting caught up, which is it's kind of priceless to me to be caught up, and I feel like I pretty much am right now. We got everything that was in Auxxit shipped out. We got everything on eBay shipped out. We got everything on Rock shipped out. And we're working in the now rather than in the past. A few people have been asking me. They made orders on Rock and they want to know where's my order, what's going on. Well, I have to tell them. I said, look, man, you bought maps. That's a pre-sale. It's not a. It's something that we run through the. First of all, if you didn't know it, May is Huntington Awareness Month. So one of the reasons that there's multiple reasons why the Rock Cup and H4H event is in May. One, I chose May because I didn't want to conflict with what WizKids did. We used to be in October. They moved Worlds to September. When they did that, I thought that the Rock Cup and the WizKids Worlds were too close together, so we moved to May, and we kind of wanted to be what we wanted to kick off the year, and we wanted to lead into everything. And it just so happens when I chose May, when I started talking to Scott Porter, that also happened to be Huntington's Awareness Month, and so it all worked together, and we were able to. Just like I said, maybe it was just meant to be. So we kept it there, going to keep it there. So Scott, he likes to run. He asked me to sell T-shirts. He asked me to sell maps and everything all the way through the month of May. We don't keep these maps in stock. They're not something that we put a stock list on there, but it really doesn't mean anything. We put the maps there. I never know how many to order. They have to be paid for, and we don't offer these during the rest of the year unless Scott decides he wants to do a special or something like that. Everything that all the profit that's made off of the maps goes towards Huntington's. So because of that, I don't order excess. I have to order the exact amount. So that's why they're pre-orders. I order what I feel like is a safe amount, and I take them to the cup, and we sell them there, and we always sell out. And I always wished I had more, but I have to be safe. And people that buy them online and come to the cup, they can just pick them up there, and obviously you can also pick them up at the cup if you don't have one at all. So we sell those, and then we have to wait till the end of May, and then I turn in my order to Gamer Mats, and Gamer Mats makes the maps, and then they send them to me, and then we mail them out in June. So that's the process. People don't really understand that sometimes. They don't read the fine print, so to speak, or just a description in this case, where we do state that it is a pre-sale, and that's why it is a pre-sale. It's not something I don't own a map making print factory in my house, and I can't just make the maps. I have to order them and get them made. I certainly don't want to pay for them for more than what I need. So we ordered exactly how much there is. Occasionally we miss an order. We have to go back, and we have Gamer Mats works with us really well. They do a lot of things for us. They don't charge us any for making these maps, they charge us no extra. They charge us true cost because they know what it's for, and every penny goes towards Huntington's. And occasionally, when we do mess up, they're really good about making me another map, even if it's just one. And most of the time, we'll ship it direct to the customer if need be, because it's kind of dumb to ship to me and then ship to them. So anyway, that's that. Just so you guys know that. So we'll be shipping again in sometime in June. We'll be shipping out. Also, the bad part about that is if you ordered a T-shirt, or if you've ordered a T-shirt and a map, we hold up your T-shirt order, even though we do have those in stock, and we hold those up until we get the maps in. So anyway, but right now we're all caught up. If you have your tracking for Auxxit, if you bought something on Auxxit, can be found in your order. If there's a problem with your order, your tracking, or if your order's not correct, just get in touch with us and we'll fix it. For rock, we also put the tracking number there. Although we made a slight error, we put the tracking number on there, but it requires us to check a box what we do when we ship out on rock, we go in and we look at the order, and there's a history button, and we click history, and we type in the tracking number, and then we have to click a little box that says send to customer also. And we put tracking numbers in that we can see just perfectly, but we failed to click the chat button and or the notify customer button. Therefore, the customer, I just found this out today, that's why I know this, the customer isn't necessarily seeing the tracking. But if you have a problem or something's missing, you can reach out to me. I can get the tracking. I can also, it's a little, we thought about going back and just redoing it all and clicking the chat button, but that's a little bit more work than we wanted to necessarily have to do. So we're just hoping everything gets to everybody, no problems, and if they do, they'll contact us and we'll fix it. So that's that. So I've also been working on the store, and as most of you guys know, we greatly downsized. We became Lucky Dice Games. Lucky Dice Games is we're doing really well. We're having a few people drop by, buy a few things from us. We've been adding inventory into the store. We're going to be able to offer great prices. I've got set up with all the major distributors. Plus, I have something in my back pocket that's pretty neat that just came up with a friend of mine, where I'm going to be being able to buy unlimited quantities of hard to get items, and I'm probably going to really focus on that and start buying some of the stuff a little bit more profusely and providing good prices for some of those things and moving a lot of them. So that's also going to be something that I'm working on. So we have a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of stuff in the future. We had we played for the first night in the store. Some guys came over and played some HeroClix, and we played a little bit in the store. We tested a little bit of Modern Age, and we played a Battle Royale. That was fun. I think all of us just enjoyed getting together and playing casually and being around each other for a bit. Now, is anybody out there watching the chat right now? I'd really like to know. Just say hello or something like that, because I can't tell how many people's online and nobody's said anything yet. I just wanted to make sure that the stream is working and that everything's working A-okay. There we go. Hey Grace, how you doing? Hey McConnell. Thanks for you guys chiming in. Let me know that there are people out there and I'm not just talking to my wall. Anyway, people tend to come in at the end. So anyway, we also have a winter map scheduled for next. I was going to do it tomorrow, but it's really weird. I did it on Saturday thinking that would get more people available, and everybody contacted me and said, please move it on Wednesday. So I'm moving it to Wednesday so more people can be there. So we're starting to play in the store a little bit. One thing I meant to bring with me, I think I'll bring it next week. We've got it in the store. It's on our counter. I got a Deadpool head, a Deadpool head. It's about that big, and it sits on the counter. And it's just a head, and it's Ryan Reynolds, It's got Ryan Reynolds' voice, and the head moves and blinks and talks and everything else, and says a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah, it could be the holiday weekend. That's probably true. I didn't even think about that when I scheduled. Honestly, I don't. I tend to not look ahead too much to different dates because I get so busy, and didn't realize that it was Memorial Weekend, and I think till last night. I'm like, holy cow! Now, for those of you that don't know this, and you may or may not know this, it was revealed just this past week that Scott Porter was the gumball on The Masked Singer, and he was the runner-up. So if you haven't had a chance to go see that, you can go and watch The Masked Singer. He was on it all week, and he made it all the way to the finale. And he some people think that he should have won it, but he was runner-up. The Lacana Championship in Atlanta. Yeah, didn't know that either. But anyway, so Scott finished the runner-up on The Masked Singer. I actually talked to him about this on the last Sunday of the Cup, the night that we stayed there to 6 o'clock in the morning, and I said, it looks to me like you're the gumball. Everybody's saying everybody feels pretty strongly that you're the gumball, and he just kind of dodged the question. So yeah, he was the gumball, and he did great on it. And if you have a chance to go watch it, he's a great performer. And I've seen him. He's actually sang. I've seen him sing. I've seen him sing in a bunch of different things, but he's even sang. Somebody asked him to sing when we did the online. When we had COVID and we didn't have any live events and we did everything online, Scott actually sang. Somebody requested him to, and he sang for him on the online. So he's really good. So if you didn't know that, you should know that. He's a very talented person that is very diversified in doing a lot of things. I think that what my experience with him, what amazes me about him is that how professional he is with everything. That he's very well prepared when he does his reveals and stuff for Whiz Kids and anything else that he always does. He's very well prepared. He speaks very fluently, he's a professional at what he does. So anyway, other things that I can talk about is I paid for early in the week. I paid for the new convention exclusives that will be added into the rock kits, and so we will have, I would think within a week or so, we will have new con exclusives added in the rock kits. I'm going to be this weekend is the first weekend, and I don't know. And the weekend, I don't know how many weekends ago that I'm not pressed to do a lot of things. So I do have things to do, but they're all from home. I'm going to be writing a state's announcement up. I'm going to be writing the rock kit changes and how we're going to do that. I've also been working on point cards. I've got somebody designing the point cards for me that we're going to start enclosing in the kit. And I hope to have, and I've got to find somebody to make them. I'm hoping to have point cards within 4 to 6 weeks, and those will start going in. And in case you wonder what that is, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, we used to put point cards into the rock kits themselves, and by the order that you placed is what you received, and then you took those point cards and you brought them into the rock cup. And you traded them in to be able to play. That's how you qualified. So we're going back to that. Goodbye, Gloria. Nobody cares about you. Block user on YouTube and had to block Bluestone Register. There you go. Bye, Gloria. I wasn't getting hardly any of those, but ever since we did the last couple streams, I've been getting a lot of spam. Anyways, back to rock points. We will be
So what happens with those is that you use those to qualify, and if we set the point values that you got to have to qualify for different levels at the cup, and you just bring your cards in and trade them in. That also puts a monetary value on those cards. You can do yes, any Jugger Hulk says yes, any store can host a rock tournament. Winner maps are all you have to do is go into the rock on the rock site and purchase. You're required to put your tournament on the win, and you do that at the purchase. You just that's all you have to do. And as far as even qualifiers, now a winner map you can run whatever you want. We if you want to run a battle royal and use it, if you want to run a sealed event, golden age, we don't care. But when you step up a little bit and you go into the qualifiers are required to run our format. And our format right now, I guess we would call it a flex, but we're pushing modern right now, leading into Worlds. But we're not going to have a problem with you running Silver Age. When Worlds ends, we'll flip back over to going to Silver Age again. So it's kind of like we have 2 seasons. So anyway, and then if you want to step up further to a regional or something, you have to be approved by me. So that's pretty much how that works. So back to the points. We will be putting those into the kits, and like I said, they have a monetary value. I remember points going for $3 to $4 a point being sold to people. You can trade them, you can sell them. Now they're only good for so long. They have an expiration date. What we put out in 2024 will expire at the end of 2025, and that will be the same, and then those cards are no good, and you've got to get, and then you'll have 2025 go to 2026, yada yada yada, and so on and so forth. And we will. So now you have a little bit of value in those. You can sell them, you can trade them. If you can't make the cup, if you have a buddy that wants to go, you can give them the cup, give them the points. You can sell them the points. I've seen them go on eBay. I've seen them go. I've seen people trade them on Facebook. I've seen everything with the points card. So we're going back to that because it's a lot. I think I'm doing that because I want to add the monetary value to where when you play in a rock event and we're giving you points, that they have a value that you can do something with. But it's very tedious to track the points throughout the year. So this will and trying to keep up with it, and then deleting and adding and so on and so forth, and this will take away the necessity of doing that. It's just the points cards will be the points cards, and that's it. So that's coming up. So a few exciting things. I'm also freed up a lot of my time, so I'm going to be able to once the new convention exclusives come in, I'm going to be pursuing. And hello, how you doing, Richie? Richie, if it might be easier if you go to the Rock. I mean, you're more than welcome to stay in there and bid away. But if you go to the Rock Facebook page, I'm on there live streaming, and you can talk to me there also. People say that the live stream's a little bit better. But anyway, back to what I was saying is that we have a lot of. I'm going to be able to pursue stores and try to push rock in a few little places. One of the goals, as many people have heard me say, is to get local play stronger. I think there's a lot of emphasis, whether it be by us, by WizKids, by stores, whatever. I think you're seeing more conventions have events. I think you're seeing WizKids more active in the convention community. I think you're seeing them being more active with stores and running bigger events, and that's great. We want that. We do. We want that. It's looking like it might get to a point of being better than it ever was in that area if they keep pressing the way they are. But feel like there's a lack on the local level right now, and we need to be able to push back. Kentucky event at Troll and Toad. That's interesting. Who's putting that on? Who's putting on the Troll and Toad? I've been to that facility. That facility is huge. I mean, if we had the Rock Cup there, it's by all means. I never even thought about that before, but the Rock Cup at Troll and Toad would be pretty big. We could literally hold probably 20,000 people at Troll and Toad. Oh, cool. First I knew about that. Did they reach out to you? Or did WizKids put you on it? Did they reach out? How did that all happen? Okay, cool. In a long story short, there is I kind of hooked Troll and Toad and WizKids up a few years ago. Troll and Toad approached me to run stuff at the cons, and then I talked to WizKids, and anyways, they've been hooked up since then. Virginia Beach is nice. I've stayed there quite a few times. I like Virginia Beach a lot. It's nice. Anyway, so we have a lot of things that's coming out. It would be fantastic. I don't know that I want it. It has the space. I know they would be for doing it. I just don't know that I want to do it that way. But I mean, that would be something. That would be good. So anyway, like I said, there's a lot of things coming up. I want to pursue getting the locals. I think it's great that we're doing all these big things. I just think that we need to push back into the local stores. The Rock Points, I think, is part of trying to do that. We want people to play on. I've been to that convention too. I know exactly where the convention is. I've seen it. I know exactly where you're talking about. Anyway, we want to. The Rock Points is a motivator for stores and players to play locally because they can get points there that qualify them to the cup. That's, I guess, is what I was trying to say. So we're working on that. It's gonna happen, and I'm hoping that things keep getting better. Also, I had a really good meeting with WizKids on Tuesday, and I talked to the upper people, the upper management, VP level people at WizKids. I also talked to Ryan. I was talking to more than one of them, and I wanted to talk to him about what was going on with Lucky Dice Cafe, and that we weren't really missing a beat, and so we that was real important to me. To tell them that nothing really was changing, and that in fact I was going to have more time to do more things, and they were very happy. They were happy. I told them why I was doing it and everything else. Also had a conversation, and this came not from my mouth, but the brand manager, and they now recognize that there's a need to plan ahead. And that and now I'm supposed to submit things to them need for next year. So they want to plan rock-in to what we're doing next year, and as far as what convention exclusives and stuff convention exclusives, and also what I need for states, and as far as I'm gonna have a problem this year if you guys don't know it, and I am talking to WizKids. We are running states. States is going to be at the end of the year. Announcements coming soon, but I'm limited. And what I mean, and I'm limited enough to where I'm worried that I'm going to have to turn away states. We are some people that want to hold a states or a province. I'm worried about that, and there's not much I can do about that, but we are trying to come up with an alternative, and I am asking, can they possibly come up with more? This led into the conversation for next year, where we will be part of the planning. I can tell them that I want to run states twice a year. I want to run a silver and a modern, and I need 120 factory sets for whatever it is. Or if we decide that we want to do some different kind of prizing, we'll do that too. So my point is that they recognize that there's a problem, and they're going to turn into more of a planning, um, better planning for next year for the pricing that's needed. And that wasn't something I suggested. This is something that came from them to me, and it made me very happy when they said it. It's something that I've been asking for years, to include me in into the planning, so that we had the things that we needed when it occurred. Now, that being said, the auction has ended, and I want to jump into that because I know people want me to open up some stuff. And things went, they didn't go real cheap, but they went a little cheaper than normal. We didn't have a huge crowd, but we did okay. I'm surprised people aren't jumping on this. Now, the first thing I did tonight is I came into the room and I looked down at the bounty pile. And usually I keep the bounty pile in this thing right here. And it was overflowing. So I had to take all of that and put it in this, because it was too massive. So I'm setting this to the side. I'll add more stuff into this one and then combine them. But I mean, that's how big the bounty pricing is right now. How many? I think we're working on maybe a month with nobody winning the bounty. So it's bad and good. The bad is that people aren't winning every week. The good is that the bounty pricing is massive, and whenever somebody does win, it's going to be something. So we're going to start off, before I pull this booster up, and we're going to add. The bounty pricing is so big that I worry about pulling something that I've already got in there and adding it to it. So it's getting very difficult. We're going to add a morgue, legacy card. I'm not adding any team up cards because, again, I'm afraid that I'll screw up there. So let's go down here and start adding some stuff. And even here, I'm scared a little bit that I might. So you might end up getting two of something. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world that could happen to you. Yeah, there was some talk at one time about moving the rock cup around. So I'm going to add Angel. Angel is from Regenesis. Pretty good little figure. It's an LE. But anyways, there was some discussion of people wanting to, like, hey, why don't you just move the rock all over the country and just hey, what I would do is I'll let venues bid on it. and then whoever's the high bidder will move there. But no, I wouldn't do that. But we could. There was some talk about moving the rock cup around, but I don't want to do that. It's kind of cool, but I really like the idea here. I think I could come up with the Lucky Dice had been outgrown, as you've heard me say. Even had I not shut Lucky Dice Cafe down, it had become so big that we could not. We were going to have a problem next year. I would have had to move into another facility regardless, and that's something we've done in the past. It's something that doesn't bother me whatsoever. So all right, so we're going to add a Machine Smith super rare. That's out of Captain America and the Avengers. But it's we have some good facilities here. I just don't know which way I'm going to go yet. It isn't something I've started looking at, but it is something I like to plan way ahead. So it's probably something I'll be looking at pretty soon. Either I find the card to what I want, or I find the figure that I want. Don't find the card. It's one way or the other. I'll find something in here. Oh, there's one. Just saw him. Where'd you go? There we go. We'll add a thing from Chaos Wars. We'll add in I do think I'm going to start doing this ahead of time. I think we could make it better. I mean, as far as just lining the pricing up. 3D Man Prime from Avengers Assemble. Let's grab one more something. I see something if I can find the card. That's pretty good too. Except I don't see it. Oh, come on, where are you at? This is a big tub of clicks down here. I mean, wow, there's even some more cards. Oh, I know what we can do. Just make it fast. We'll add a Hope Summers from AVX in there. And that will do it. I'll be glad when we start getting legacy cards again. I miss adding those in when we get them off the bricks. Another Titania. I played with her the other night in the Battle Royal. Jordan, I got a bunch of stuff for you at the store. And we're playing next Wednesday night if you didn't notice my post. So you need to come play. It's 300 points modern, win a map. You need to try to make it next Wednesday and come pick up your stuff. I've got it sitting all behind the shelf waiting for you. Alright, so the other thing that we need to do is we need to name a super rare out of this set as the bounty figure. So the first time I see the figure nominated twice, that will be the figure. And let's start, guys. Let me get here where I can see. So we're looking for the bounty figure. Any super rare, not a super rare prime, any super rare in the set. Name it. First two nominations, that becomes our bounty figure, and that will win the bounty pile if you pull it out of your booster. What we got, guys? Speak up. Name a super rare. I mean, I can always pick it, but I like you guys picking it.
Got an Elsa Bloodstone. We got a Titania. Either say those, I need a second nomination on those, or I need something else. All right, Elsa it is. Here we go. Number one. Little bit slow there. Elsa beat you out just a little bit. All right, so here's booster number one. Let's see what we got. We have a She-Hulk, common, a Valentino, uncommon, a Yelena, common, a Miss Marvel, common, and a Lucky Rare. Sometimes the detail that they put on these clicks pretty much amazes me. I mean, I remember what got me hooked into clicks. I thought it was amazing back then. I was in Books A Million, and I was walking through, and then they had the middle section, and they had a starter set of Infinity Challenge there, and Infinity, and that's a big starter set, and it had a little window in the front, and it had Wolverine. And I picked it up, and I looked at the Wolverine, and I was like, "Holy cow! How did they make Wolverine this small with that much detail?" And if you, so my point is I was amazed then by the detail of the clicks, and comparatively to now, it's like it's not even close. The detail and the paint jobs and everything is just so much better. And honestly, if you guys have been playing clicks long enough, Infinity Challenge was one of the worst paint jobs ever. In fact, that's why they created Universe. They tried to go back and they tried to make they did a better paint job because they weren't pleased with the paint job Infinity Challenge. But I still thought it was awesome. All right, Clinton Barton, common. Layla El Fakoy, uncommon. Kazi, common. Wong, common. And Madison, rare. Nothing of significance pulled so far. Still looking, we are looking for a Elsa Bloodstone, super rare, for the bounty. And we're always looking for chases and primes. No, we didn't even pull a prime last week. We had two good chases. We had two of the better chases that you can pull out of this set. I would say the two best set. Two of the three, arguably maybe the best two. Conchu, I think, is the best piece, and then it's the other two the other two chases would be Amnet and I can't remember what the Hippo lady's name is, but anyway, between those two. All right, Hulk common, Tracksuit common, Nikki Ramos uncommon, Tracksuit uncommon, Jack Russell rare. Still looking for our first big hit. Moving on to number 4. Let's see what we can do. All right. So we got Harrow uncommon, Runa uncommon, Maya Lopez rare, Demon common, and we got Trick Arrow. So I built a theme team that I'm going to be playing next Wednesday at our event, and it's going to be the first time that I've used Trick Arrow, but I'm going to use Trick Arrow on that team and see how she does. All right, now we got number 5. Still looking for a super rare. Still looking for some goodness in here. Looks like we finally do. Who's got number 5? Who has 5? Speak up. Speak up, speak up, speak up. We got a Mr. Knight. We got a Baby Groot rare. We got a Kazi common. There you go, McCoy. And we got a Jack DeQuan. And then you got the first chase of the night. You got a Wong and Madison. Congrats. So that's our first real hit of the night. We got a chase. Still got some super rares, a prime maybe. And we're still looking for Elsa. We're due. I'm telling you, we are definitely due for somebody to pop off and win the bounty prizes. To me, it seems like the bounty prizes either go like that, like really, really fast, or they get strung out forever, like it seems like they're doing right now. Demon common, She-Hulk common, Baby Groot common, Jed Walters uncommon, Baby Groot rare. Number 7. Can't go wrong with that. So how many people are looking forward to the Deadpool set? Are y'all excited about it? I think that people are excited about it. It's all newness is always exciting, but I'm sensing more excitement about Masters of Time than I am any other set that seems like it's coming out. All right, so we got a double here. All right, so we got Saracen uncommon, we got Wrecker uncommon, we got a Milblonsky common, then we got a Manbull super rare, and we have Abomination super rare. So this is the booster that's got Abominist as the keyword. So they theme this booster so everybody you could actually play that booster and use that keyword as a theme. And Abominist, if you have a Villa Abominist team, which I've not seen anybody do, Abominist is pretty cool what it does. All right, number 8. Number 8's not so bad. We have a Valentino uncommon, a tracksuit common, a Moon Knight common, a tracksuit uncommon, and we have a Wong super rare. I really like that Wong super rare. I think that's a very good looking sculpt. I mean, compare that to Infinity Challenge. There's not even a comparison, is there? I mean, just it's amazing. All right, we're going number 9. Still looking for a bounty figure. I think we may have pulled all of our super rares out of here though now. I'm not sure. Never know. Still haven't pulled a prime. Uncommon Wrecker, uncommon Jen Walters, common Baby Groot, Moon Knight, rare Kate Bishop, common. I'd like to see that, Jordan. I'd like to see you build a team out of that. I think he's good too. I think Wong is really good. I've actually seen him. I played against him. I did play against him. A guy had Wong on his team, and it gave me some trouble. I did beat it, but it was a tough team. So I have seen competitive teams built with Wong at the Cup. Maya Lopez common, Hulk uncommon, Miss Marvel common, Mr. Immortal uncommon, and Clint Barton rare. All right. Nothing real. I mean, not a bad booster, not really what I would call a great booster. I'd say probably an average Joe booster there. We need to turn things around. I'd like to see some primes. I'd like to see some. I'd like to see some. I'd like to see a good chase. I really would like. I mean, it makes no difference to me. I'm putting the same amount out whether we win the bounty every week, every time we do a brick, or whether we win the bounty gets won after 2 months. But in this particular case, I'm really wanting somebody to win the bounty. I want the bounty has become too big. It's taking over my house, and I would really like to see somebody win the bounty so we can start all over again. Plus, it's so big, and I'm not even sure what's in there even anymore. And I would really like to see somebody win it so we can just start brand new, and I can remember what I got. I'm going to add to it, and I'm going to go ahead and mark these up first. 11, 12, 13. That'd be interesting. It's simple enough. All right, let's
this side this time. Easier said than done, huh? This is how big this tub is that I'm pulling from. That's why I always have problems over here. I got too much stuff in it. In case you all were wondering why is it taking so long to find something in here. Because I've got cards and I've got to find the figure. There's even more cards. Like I said, I've got to organize this. It's becoming a little bit much. I think I found a guy I saw just a second ago. It's a prime. And it's rival. So we're going to the flash and we're taking a prime out of there and adding to the pile. Jump over here, go into this tub. These tubs don't quite have as much in them, although I'm afraid things have gotten mixed up. Which is another reason I need to come in here and organize. Plus, I feel like I'm tired of sounding like a broken record. I actually want to do it. Alright, come on. That's the guy I keep looking for and I can't find. I want to put there's a Wolverine that's supposed to be in here that I keep wanting to add, but I can't ever find him, so he's got to be in one of the other buckets. Yeah, that one I do have. We'll add Crystal. Crystal from Chaos War. Another bucket of figures. I think I see one right off the bat. We'll go with Maximus out of Black Panther. So what set are you guys all excited about coming? Is it Deadpool? Are you looking at Masters of Time? Are you looking further down the road and looking at the rumored Black Panther set? What are you guys looking for? I want to do this guy, but he's got 2 dials, so I don't think I'll do him. Now, where are you at? Alright, we got some Uncanny X-Men here. I can find him. Yeah, Quicksilver. We'll throw a Quicksilver in here. I actually played with him back in the day. I liked him a lot. Deadpool. If Dennis was here, I'm going to pull one out of one more box. And then we're going to start opening stuff. If Dennis was here, he would tell you Masters of Time. He's really, really, really excited about Masters of Time. I know that for a fact. Something different. And you won't see the card. Alright, we'll do an Unseen. Also a figure that was pretty meta at his time. Hulkbuster Iconics. D&D Iconics. So we're skipping the sets altogether, just going straight to Iconics. The D&D, I actually asked WizKids about the D&D and what they're doing there. I'm very curious because we don't know, or at least maybe you guys know something that I don't.
Is D&D becoming HeroClix, or are they just taking the Iconics line and throwing into D&D? Is there a D&D HeroClix coming up? Is that are they implying that they're about to put D&D into HeroClix, which would be cool, because that's a lot of stuff they could bring in. Or are they just taking Iconics and moving it into D&D? I'm not sure which yet. I asked him that, and the guy asked, his kids didn't know the answer. So, all right, number 11. Huh. You don't by chance have number 11, do you, Jordan? Do you have number 11? All right, we got a Wong common, All right, here's our first prime. We got an Iowa 031B. We have a Moon Knight common. Okay, this would have been your booster. Then we got a Runa uncommon, and we got the Titanium we were talking about, super rare. Yeah, well, everything has went up. I'm not, I hate that everything costs as much as it is, but I mean, it's not whiz kids, guys. It's everything. I mean, look at how much food prices are. Look, Magic, all the card games have went up in price. Everything has got expensive. It's just, of course, everybody's getting paid more, but every time people get paid more, prices go up. That's just the way that it goes. That's just what happens. In reality, everything's about the same that it was. People are making more, and they're paying more. I can see that, McCory. I don't think it's a Deadpool set. I don't think it's a Deadpool set. I think it's more of an X-Men set with Deadpool than a Deadpool set with X-Men. All right, we got a Mel Blonsky common, Moon Knight common, Valentino uncommon, Nikki Ramos uncommon, Madison rare. But there is some stuff in there. Yeah. Well, like I said, everybody's pay went up too. Part of the world kind of changed a lot during COVID. I think that's when the prices really shot up. Number 13. This one's hard to open. Bite me. All right, this is number 13. We have uncommon Saracen, Demon common, Red Dagger rare, Hulk common, and then we got Trick Arrows. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that statement. I think the reason I'm excited about Masters of Time is because it is different. It feels different. It's got new stuff in there. They've got some cool stuff in there, and it doesn't seem like we're getting some of the same old stuff. And if D&D comes along, I think that would be pretty exciting too. I have no problem with D&D jumping into the HeroClix verse at all. I mean, it's just mostly monsters and stuff. I mean, why not? All right, so we have Yelena uncommon, Leapfrog uncommon, Mr. Knight common, Verusa rare, and then we've got Trick Arrow again. Yes, they did. I don't disagree with that, Thomas, but I do think, like I said, I think Deadpool and X-Force had a lot of Deadpool in it. I think that was Deadpool wasn't bad, but I think that it was Deadpool and X-Force for sure had a lot of Deadpool in it. They were definitely, those two sets were definitely at least more targeting Deadpool. I mean, where this doesn't seem like it's just like he's got a name and a few figures in there. All right, She-Hulk common, Tracksuit uncommon, Kazi common, Marrow
uncommon. Porcupine, super rare. It kind of has the feel of Slosh, meaning that Superman and Legion of Superheroes are Superman and Wonder Woman, and there wasn't a whole lot of Superman in really any one of those sets, but they used that name to be able to market, I guess, get people to buy, because people buy Superman. All right, so number 16, Mr. Immortal uncommon, Kazi common, Nikki Ramos uncommon, Hulk common, and we got a Scarlet Scarab super rare. Another super rare. We're not pulling the right super rare yet. We're still looking for Elsa. Number 17. Wong common, Mr. Immortal uncommon, Ronan rare, Harrow uncommon, Kate Bishop common. I haven't looked at all the dials to be able to agree or disagree with you as far as Deadpool being usable or not in there. This is number 18. We're running out of time, guys. We got this one and two more. Jack Russell rare, Leapfrog uncommon, Miss Marvel common, Saracen uncommon, Baby Groot common. I'm hoping we still pull a chase in here. I know we pulled I know that we pulled the prime, so I don't know if that's going to kill it or not. I'm excited about Masters of Time. I think that that's the one I'm most excited about coming up. Oh man, so close. So close to what we needed right here. So close. All right. We have a Clint Barton common, a Jack DeQuan uncommon, a Yelena common, a Layla McCoy uncommon, and we have a Elsa Bloodstone super rare prime. So close. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this, if I got the super rare prime, this would be the one time that I wished it was a super rare, not the prime. That's a good prime though. It's a good prime to pull, but there's a lot of bounty prizing up here. Panda Pool would be cool. Panda Pool is cool. All right, last one. Runa uncommon, Tracksuit common, Kate Bishop common, Maya Lopez common, Maya Lopez rare. So two primes and some super rares in there. Not terrible. We only pulled one chase tonight. So I'd say we had average boosters. We didn't. I think last week we had some really. Yeah, they always are paired together. So you get two primes. I'm waiting for somebody. We've been talking about it. I haven't circled back around it, but I've been waiting for somebody to make a really good team with Iowa. I think that there's potential there. I think that Iowa's pretty darn good. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to go get something to eat, relax, watch some TV, and then I'm going to be loading a bunch of stuff on eBay over the weekend. A lot of good stuff. So if you go to our eBay store, be looking for a lot of things I'm going to be putting in. And another thing I want to tell you guys is I'm going to start offering bricks and stuff in auction as a buy it now. There is a store option if you guys haven't seen it, and you can go in the store and do buy it now. I mean, I can sell. I'm going to start selling bricks. Probably do pre-sales for Deadpool at probably a lower price than what you probably be used to seeing, so keep an eye out for that. Good night, Grace, and good night, everybody. And we will Jordan, we'll see you Wednesday night. Everybody else, you guys have a good night. I'll be back next week with more stuff to crack and more HeroClix news.